Hey, Taylor Elwood here, and welcome to the latest episode of the Magical Experiments podcast. Today, I thought that I would talk about an experiment that I've been doing as a result of a friend of mine, Shasta, who shared with me this meditation where basically the person is walking you through how to take back your energy from someone and how to give the energy that you might still have from them, give that back to them. And she does this through it's like a 25 or 27-minute meditation, and she does it through like flowers, which I thought was kind of an interesting approach to the whole thing in and of itself. But I was like, why not give this a try? So my friend Shasta sent this to me. I've been doing some existential kink works anyway, where I've really been doing a ton of diving into exploring like in situations that I'm in where I'm like, I don't like this situation, but I keep finding myself in it. Like, why is it that I keep finding myself in it? I've been using existential kink to help me figure out like the part of me that is getting off on being in situations that I'm not happy with. And it was funny because the day that Shasta brought this up, I was in the car. I was driving up to teach a workshop in Salem, Oregon, and I had done this existential kink practice around like just kind of this experience of like feeling taken advantage of, and I'm like, I started getting off on all the times I'd been taken advantage of, or I'd felt like I'd been taken advantage of by different people, and I'm like, yeah, you love it. It turns you on. It's totally getting you off. And it was a fun exercise to do. Like I spent about a good half hour just talking to myself this way and allowing myself to really feel into it and allowing myself to enjoy all the times that I had felt taken advantage of by somebody, and really to enjoy that feeling of like there's clearly some part of me that was getting off on this and excited about it and liking it. And so I did this exercise, that exercise. So then afterwards, out of the blue, Shasta just texts me and says, hey, I was thinking about you, and if you got a moment, call me. So I'm like, all right, I give her a call. We start talking, and she's telling me about this meditation, and I'm like, funnily enough, here's this exercise I did, and I'm like, I think that like because I did that, I'm ready for this exercise. Like I am ready to do some releasing. So she sent me the meditation, and it was kind of it was essentially a return to sender. And so what I did is I did this meditation over the course of a week. Every single day I would do this after work, especially. This was really helpful after work, actually. Every day what I would do is I would lay down and meditate and listen to this meditation. And in the process of doing that, I would essentially, excuse me, oh, yawn. No, what I would do is I would do this meditation and I would end up releasing everything that I'd been holding on to that day. Like dealing with difficult customers, dealing with my manager, dealing with other things like or coworkers or whatever. Like all that, I would end up releasing that and returning it to sender, and then taking back my energy from that day. All the energy that I'd put into the work, all the energy I'd put into other things. And what I found is that I actually felt simultaneously cleared out and more energized. Like it was like I was like cleared out of what it was that wasn't working for me, and I was at the same time like re-energized, and I felt more creative as a result. I felt more awake, more aware, and it felt so good. So I started applying this to just different areas of my life where I'm like, okay, like here, like what do I need to do, like to return to sender? Like I'm gonna return this to these different people. Like here's your energy, take it. I don't want it anymore, and I want my energy back. Thank you very much. Kind of taking that back and not doing it in a way where, not like doing it in a way where it was like hostile or aggressive or anything. Oh no, it was kind of like I give back to you what I no longer need to hold on to, and I wish you the best, and I'm releasing it, and at the same time I'm taking back what belongs to me, That's mine. And again, I wish you the absolute best. And I thought that was a really healthy way of doing it, because it wasn't like, oh, like, like I'm trying to like attack someone or trying to psychically vamp them or anything like that. No, it was like, what's mine is mine. That belongs to me. What's yours is yours. So here you go. And it was so enriching. And I don't know if I'd do this meditation like every single day. I don't know if I would need to do it every single day, but I would under stressful situations. Like my day job that I'm soon leaving, that's a stressful situation. So doing that is like, it's really good for me to release that energy, to basically just say, yeah, like I am done. I don't need to hold on to this. I don't need to feel like I have to give this any more energy than what I've already done. Those are the kinds of things that we want to be thinking about in relationship to this work, where we're essentially we're giving back what doesn't belong to us. We're taking back what does belong to us, and we're parting paths. We're clearing ourselves in a way that is real and authentic and healthy and good. So then I ended up doing a full moon forgiveness ritual as well. And I went, and on the night of the full moon, I called in the directions, I called in the spirits, I called in the full moon, and I said, it's the light of the moon is waxed to its full, and as the moon wanes, I want to just release out of my life any resentment or anger or any other emotions that I feel that I don't need to hold on to anymore. Like I can just let this go. And I'm just releasing it into the world, and I am in the process. I'm going to do this. And I just started yelling out, I forgive you. I was forgiving myself. I was forgiving other people. And it was, again, just this really powerful process of release. And I just felt this deeper sense of peace and contentment. Like, I'm like, oh, I can let this go. Like, I really don't have to hold on to it. I can let it go. This is powerful. And it makes me think really that, like, we need more rituals like these. We need more rituals of release of things, because we're not always going to get the closure that we want with somebody. And it could be for a number of reasons. It could be because the person's gone. Well, it can't really, like they're dead. I can't get any release with that person. That person's gone. It might be because we're estranged from that person. We can't reach out to that person and have the conversation. It would be too painful or too hard. It might be because, we're in a place where we're not ready to talk to the person. We want to talk to them at some point down the line, but we're not ready yet. And it could be also a case where, like, we're just dealing with a stressful situation where it's like, I could say something, I could do something, but this isn't going to really change anything about the situation that I'm dealing with. Like in the case of my day job, where it's like, yeah, I can say something about, like, what we're dealing with here, but the honest truth of the matter is it's not going to change the fact that I still have to do this work and that I'm going to be dealing with stressful situations no matter what while I'm at this job. And, I can choose to leave the job, which I am. Hey, great. So there you go. But, like, not everyone can do that. So it's like, this can be a really good exercise to release that kind of tension. And I wish I'd found this a lot earlier in my life. What a thing it would have done to transform that. But I'm like, hey, at least I have it now. So I'm going to start applying it now. And so I started applying it to all these different situations. And I just feel like a huge weight has come off of my back and my shoulders and everything else. It's just like, woof. It's funny because, as you can tell, I've changed my hair. Well, that was also part of this work where I went and I got a haircut. They say that, like, your hair holds on to your memories. I was like, I'm going to get my hair cut. I'm going to release all the memories, and I'm going to release anything that's, like, clinging, and it feels amazing. Like, my head just feels good. I feel, again, so much lighter. And it feels kind of interesting because I'm like, I've never done this where I've had my hair this short before. Like, this is the shortest it has ever been my entire life. And yet here I am. So I think it's like really, it's really important to just allow ourselves to have these kinds of releases, this kind of relaxation, this deep awareness of I can find a way to let go. Like maybe I won't get the closure I want. Maybe I won't be able to express everything, but I don't have to keep it in here or in here. I don't have to keep it locked away. I can unlock it. I can relax it and release it and transform it and move on in a healthy and empowering way that makes my life better. These are all things that, we can do. We don't have to hold on to the stress, to the anxiety, to all those other emotions. I mean, we can. And sometimes there will be a point in time where maybe that serves us. But it's like, I can release this. I can release it. I can let it go. And the more I release it, the more I let it go, the less it feels locked up inside of me, and the less I feel kind of like, oh, like I gotta deal with something. It's just like, no, I can let it go. And so I highly recommend engaging in some kind of practice with this, because I think it's absolutely powerful and just very clarifying. And this is something that I'm going to be doing more of. I mean, I've done some stuff along these lines with like Taoist meditation and stuff like that, but this is definitely stuff that I'm going to be working on in further depth. So don't be surprised if you see a class on this or a book or a combination thereof, because I think it's definitely something that we need more of in order to have healthier lives and to live in society in a way where we're able to let go of all those stresses and tensions and everything else. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I will have some more interesting podcasts in the near future.